Hello students, today we start with the question answers of the chapter disaster and its management. So let's get started. Okay, section A, question number 1 says a dash develops when a low pressure area is surrounded by high pressure area. This is cyclone. This is pretty much directly given in your book. When inside the sea there is a low pressure area that develops and surrounded by high pressure, then it's just like uh, that just like a cyclone develops. It can develop in the on the land and in the sea also. Okay, question number 2 says which of the following states in India is not prone to tropical cyclones? Now, in this question, what you have to do is you just try to locate one state which is on mainland rather than on the coastline. So, West Bengal is on coastline, Tamil Nadu is there, and Gujarat is on the coastline. So, our answer would be Bihar. It is not prone to tropical cyclones. So, that is the answer. Okay, question number 3 says in India, floods mostly occur between June and September because it is a season related to monsoons, so there is heavy rains during this time, so that is why we just experience floods. Question number 4 says which of the following measures is not a precaution against drought? Not a precaution against drought, so it would be deforestation, because if you cut down this more trees, it would just lead to lesser rainfall in that area and it could lead to drought. So it is a measure that is helping bringing drought. Okay, question number 5 says which of the following states of India will not be affected by tsunami? Again, you have to look at one state which is in the hinterland rather than on the coastline. So it is Punjab. Okay. Then we have a hazard causing destruction. It has to be destruction. Destruction. A hazard causing destruction is called disaster. This is given on the first page, so the line is there. This is given here. A hazard that causes life, a hazard causing destruction is called a disaster. Okay, moving on to second question, B part. The intensity of an earthquake is measured on a Richter scale. Okay, all right, hold on. Richter. Richter scale would be the answer. Okay, this is E. Okay. Then we have question number 3. The forecasting of cyclones is done by this is Meteorological Department of India. Meteorological. Meteorological Department. You have to remember these as they will be part of your upcoming paper. The floods are more frequent in North India. I just also told you the reason in the class that due to the perennial nature of the river flow throughout the year, so that is why during monsoon they just like overflow and it causes flood. Okay, moving on to section C, it says distinguish between the following. One is focus and epicenter. So for focus and epicenter, what you do is this is a class 7 document that we did last year. So what you have to do is you just have to copy this what I have written here. Okay. Okay, all right, all right. So this is focus is a point of origin of the earthquake, that is, it is situated inside the earth. Epicenter is the point where the earthquake is felt for the first time on the surface of the earth. It always lies on the surface of the earth. So that is one is related to their origin, another point is related to their location. Okay. Next one is a tsunami and cyclone. For this, we will be taking from the chapter itself. Okay, cyclones. So what you do is you just like draw a table and you just draw a table like that and you write cyclones here and tsunami here. So under cyclone, you will be writing this as the term cyclone is associated, the cyclone develops when low pressure is surrounded by high pressure. You can just write till this point only. So in cyclone, you will be writing these 4 lines, and in tsunami, you will be writing, tsunami was, I suppose, the last section of the chapter. Okay. Okay, you'll be starting from here under tsunami. A tsunami develops when a large mass of water is displaced. It can be caused by an undersea earthquake or a volcanic eruption. You just like write these 3 lines under the heading tsunami. Okay. Moving on to next, flood and drought. We will be doing flood and drought also similarly. Okay, we have droughts. Okay, so in a similar fashion, what you'll be doing is you'll just be drawing a table. You just like write droughts here and floods on this side. So under this heading that is floods, droughts, you'll be writing extreme shortage of water in a region is called drought. It affects human beings, animals, agriculture, production. It has prone area experience low and variable rainfall. So what you do is you just like write till this. This is the These are the four lines that you have to write under the heading drought. Next is flood. Okay, flood occur generally due to heavy rainfall or when river water flows beyond its normal course. The common type of flood occur when river overflows its bank and water spreading surrounding land. What you do is you just like write for these four lines. These are five lines under this heading of floods. So this you will be writing under flood. Okay, moving on to next question, that is D, short answer questions. Okay, as part of this, what we do is give short answer for the following. Define seismograph. Seismograph is measuring earthquake. I think it should be there somewhere. Okay, we have seismograph. The occurrence of earthquake is detected by a sensitive instrument called the seismograph. Okay, this is what you are going to write for seismograph. This is these three lines. Okay. Next is cyclone. Cyclone is we have already marked cyclone, I suppose. Okay. So what you do is you just leave out cyclone from this section. If this question is asked to define cyclone, then you again define what we did in the distinguish between. Or what you can do is, as part of your definition, you can just write these four lines for cyclones. Next is flood. Flood we have already done in this section 3. So either you can leave it out, but if in the question, if you are asked this question to define flood, what you do is you just like write the same answer that we have done in distinguish between. यहाँ पर इसको दोबारा लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. आप क्या कर सकते हैं कि जो आपने डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन में लिखा, अगर आपसे पेपर में क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है तो वो जो डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन में आपने लिखा है वही दोबारा से डेफिनेशन इसकी लिख देना. Then we have drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is given in your vocabulary section. So you can just like write it from there. Then we have tsunami. Tsunami also we just did in this section, that is tsunami was we just did here. So what you do is you can just leave out tsunami from here. यहाँ पर लिखने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है क्योंकि हम ऊपर लिख चुके हैं. लेकिन अगर पेपर में डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन में नहीं आता और अकेला सुनामी डिफाइन करने के लिए आ जाता है तो आपने क्या लिखना है, जो डेफिनेशन आपने डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन में लिखी उसी को दोबारा से लिख देना है. Okay, moving for so from this section, what you'll be doing is you'll be writing seismograph and you'll be writing drip irrigation. बाकी के जो तीनों हैं वो हम ऊपर कवर कर चुके हैं इसलिए दोबारा नहीं लिख रहे हैं, लेकिन पेपर में अगर आते हैं तो आप इन्हीं में से दोबारा लिख सकते हैं. Okay, question number 2. What is the difference between natural hazard and natural disaster? Name the important sources of natural disaster. So these are basically three questions which are asking us the definition of natural hazards, natural disasters, and the various sources. So what we will be doing is we will be answering all the three at one go. Okay, means sustain life. Nature is also one of the biggest sources of destruction. It can cause earthquake. Okay. So what you do is you just like start from here and you just like write till this point. So it also covers the definition of natural hazards. It also covers the definition of natural disasters. And you also have the examples how it can be, it can cause natural, it can cause disaster. So these are the sources: earthquakes, floods, droughts, cyclones, etc. Okay, so this is your D2. Let me just write it down here. This is answer for D2. Okay, now moving on to D3. What are the main causes of droughts and floods? Which part of India are more prone to floods and droughts? Okay, so these are two questions club that are main causes of droughts and floods. So first we will do is we will just like go to drought section. We have to define the main causes of droughts. Okay, okay, droughts. So we have the precaution against droughts and drought management. Hold on, more than 70% and drought prone areas in India. Okay, this is what you do is you just like write. You have to write the causes of this. The drought-prone areas experiences low rainfall. Okay, more than 70% of India's cultivable land is drought-prone, and these areas receive low and high and unreliable rainfall and has inadequate irrigation facilities. So what you do is as part of causes, what you will be writing is main cause of droughts is lesser rainfall and inadequate irrigation facilities. Irrigation facilities. Okay. So this is what you are going to write in the drought section. What are the reasons for drought? Then you are also asked about which parts of India are more prone to droughts and floods. So since we are discussing droughts, so in as part of areas you will be writing the drought prone areas of India are Rajasthan, Gujarat, Telangana, Jharkhand. What you do is you just like write any four or five states, four states parts of this. So you can just like write Rajasthan, you can write Gujarat, then you can just write parts of. What you have to remember is areas of India are okay. Then you can write Punjab, Haryana. So almost all the states are covered. So what you can do is you can just like write any four states, any four states. Okay. You don't need to remember all of the list. So that is for droughts, and then we are asked for floods. Okay, first we'll be writing main causes of floods, and then okay, it can also be caused due to main causes of floods are first we'll be writing this main causes of floods are you write any three out of them, any three, and then we have to answer the question that which parts of India are more prone to this floods. Okay, this is causative. So India experienced floods more than any other part of the main reason occurrence of flood is rainy season. Floods are more frequent in North India. About one eighth of the total area estimate. Okay, all right. So what you do is you just like write this. Floods are more frequent in North India than in South India. About one eighth of the total area of our country is estimated to be flood prone. Most of this plain in North India. सो आपने ये बताना है कौन से एरिया ज़्यादा प्रोन हैं तो इसके अंदर लिखा हुआ है नॉर्थ इंडिया इज़ मोर प्रोन टू फ्लड्स बिकॉज ऑफ द perennial nature of river that is they flow throughout the year. Okay, moving on to next question. What is the cause of tsunami? Cause of tsunami in simple terms, though we have already covered this, it is this can be caused by undersea earthquake or volcanic eruption. Instead of this, you'll be writing tsunami. Tsunamis can be caused by undersea earthquake or volcanic eruption. That is it. Since they are short answers and it is D4, let me write it down D4. Okay, so what you'll be doing is you'll be replacing this with tsunami. Tsunami can be caused by an undersea earthquake as part of your question to answer to question number D4. Okay, all right. Moving on to section E, we have long answer questions. What precaution should we take if earthquake strikes? Okay, precaution against earthquake. Earthquake is, I think, in the first section. Floods, cyclones, and okay, precautions against earthquakes. So what you do is these are the you have to write it here. Let me write it down. E1. You'll be writing this as heading precaution against earthquake. Then there are many points given. So what you do is you just like write any 4 points. Any 4 points. Okay. Okay. Now moving on to next question. What precautions needed to cyclone affected areas? Okay. Similarly, we will be going to the section cyclones. You'll be writing this line here, and then you out of all these you write any four. Okay. Any four out of these points you'll be writing against precautions against cyclones. What precautions are taken against flood? Similarly, in the flood section, this is precaution against floods. This is your E3, I suppose. Let me just check it. Okay, this is E3. So what you do is you just like write any four, okay, any four of these points, okay. Then moving on to next question, discuss the precautionary measures you will take in tsunami prone areas. Similarly, we move on to tsunami section, and then there out of all the points, precautions against tsunami. So though these are a little bit longer points, so what you do is you just like write any three out of them, okay. So any three in case of tsunami. Now question number 5, why is nature one of the biggest sources of destruction? The thing is that this question is a little bit paradoxical, because nature is something that happens naturally, but the thing is that destruction is measured how many houses have been destructed or stuff like that. So how much damage has been done to human dwellings, that is how destruction is measured, and these are caused mainly because of the human activities. So this destruction is caused mainly due to human activities. So as part of this answer, what you'll be writing is, okay, so we have because hold on. Okay, so E5 will be writing, it's not the nature but the human activities with respect to nature, human activities with respect to nature which are responsible for disasters. So you'll be writing this as your answer to E5. Okay, now moving on to next question. Why do you think floods are more frequent in North India than in South India? I've already told you the reason 100 times, but since this is a direct question, North India experiences more floods because of the perennial nature of rivers in North India. पेरेनियल नेचर से क्या समझते हैं आप कि यहाँ पर रिवर्स में पानी पूरे साल रहता है। बारिश जिस टाइम होती है तो उस टाइम पर क्या होता है, पानी हो जाता है ज़्यादा, और सबसे मेन रीज़न फ्लड का क्या होता है, overflowing of the rivers. Okay students, that would be all. If you got any doubt, then we can definitely discuss that in the class.